this video. I call it Accountability Day. Yes, AES, they are all counting their beans, what they have done, what they haven't done. Is the 10 of Mali. Very interesting. They took us back throughout 2024. Main key things that they have done. We have experienced the Russia AES or Russia Africa, and also the shopping time, everything, UN, everything. I'll be back in between the video to explain something a bit deeper for those who might not be following the AES news. So families, please listen, and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Okay, especially with the creation of the Confederation of Sahel States, and the departure of its members from ECOWAS 2024. On the diplomatic front, we have also strengthened our strategic partnership with friendly countries such as Russia, China, and Turkey. A look back at a year of diplomacy with Yahya Kun. In 2024, Mali will shine on the international scene with the creation of the Confederation des États du Sahel. Heads of state from Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger met in Niamey on July 6 to make this decision after announcing their departure from ECOWAS in January. The signing of the treaty establishing the Confederation marked a commitment to reaffirming the sovereignty of the three states and moving towards sub-regional integration, with Mali leading the first steps. Yes, we are in the process of setting up, first and foremost, the AES of the people. An AES in which Burkinabes and Nigerians will be at home in Mali and vice versa. The Confederation of Sahel States AES is a vision shared by the three heads of state, with the ultimate aim of creating a federation. A desire to move forward by breaking with the old order. And the latest communiqué from the College of Heads of State clears up any doubts about the break made with Yahoo's EC. Reiterating the irreversible withdrawal of the AES countries from ECOWAS. In its declaration of December 14, 2024, the AES College of Heads of State rightly considers the decision to extend the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS for a further 6 months is seen as yet another attempt by the French junta and its auxiliaries to continue planning and carrying out destabilizing actions against Mali. The Malian authorities had already set out 3 clear principles to guide public action in Mali. Bamako has decided to work with countries that respect its sovereignty, including China. The president of the transition visited China from September 4 to 6, 2024, to strengthen their cooperative relations, which date back over 60 years. Relations are based on a shared vision and principles, and both countries have decided to take their partnership to a new level. China grants 22 billion CFA francs to Mali for projects like the new National Assembly and a treatment center for diabetics. The head of state was satisfied with the progress. Taking account of our peoples and above all non-interference in internal affairs. China, the second country outside the African continent to receive the president of the transition, we recall that in July 2023, the head of state took part in the Russia-Africa summit in St. Petersburg in the Russian Federation. Presidents Hassami Goïta and Vladimir Putin had decided at the time. I have seen the economic relations that unite the two countries on a par with the excellent political relations. In 2024, the Bamako-Moscow axis continued to consolidate through delegation exchanges. The visit to Mali of Russia's Deputy Prime Minister and that of a delegation from Russian nuclear giant Rosatom are just 2 examples. Mali also took part in the first ministerial conference of the Russia-Africa Partnership Forum held in Sochi, and the delegation stayed in Russia. A high-level delegation led by the Minister of the Economy and Finance last September, invited to take part in Russia's Energy Week, enabled our country to take part in the global debate on issues linked to this strategic sector, and in the promising cooperation with Russia in this field. We have a lot of capacity in terms of agricultural development, So today we need a lot of energy, like all the other countries, to be able to process agricultural products and create a processing industry that will enable structurally change our economy. So the companies with which we're doing business in lithium, in particular the Russian Federation, which is a strategic partner, because the president of the transition was kind enough to classify mining products like uranium, gas and lithium as strategic products today, and we want to do business with countries that are friends, whose cooperation is elevated to a strategic level. The visit of the high-level Malian delegation to the Russian Federation was an opportunity to take stock of the progress made on the dozen or so memorandums of understanding that unite the two parties in various areas of cooperation, with the aim of strengthening partnership relations and speeding up the implementation of structuring projects, a subject also raised at the Sochi ministerial meeting, where commitments were reiterated for Russia and Africa to work together. To be able to put into practice the various initiatives in the different fields, we in Mali in particular, as I said, are interested in the continuation, the implementation of projects in the field. Economic and commercial in the energy sector, but also in infrastructure, transport and telecommunications, including satellite communications. And, of course, in the area of security. In terms of strengthening our strategic partnership with friendly countries, we have also deepened our relations of friendship and cooperation with other countries such as the Republic of Turkey, and strengthened our South-South cooperation with encouraging results. Mali is not only walking with its allies, but also speaking its truth to its detractors. The United Nations is the perfect setting for our country to address the world. On the occasion of the 79th General Assembly of the United Nations held last September, the Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization reaffirmed Mali's attachment to its sovereignty and denounced external interference in Mali's affairs. The solution deployed by the Malian authorities concerns only Malians. Since the end of the Algiers Agreement on January 25, 2024, the means express only one wish for him: may his soul rest in peace. Mr. Foreign Minister, the agreement is well and truly dead. Your incantations will not bring it back to life. Give me the opportunity, on the one hand, to remind you that we can't love Mali because Malians, on the other hand, to remind you that Mali and its people will not be spectators in the face of assaults and adversity. For every bullet fired at us, we will react by reciprocity. For every word used incorrectly, we'll respond with electricity. Let's hear it.
I think it's great that they are doing this at this time, yes, because this is the time that fans think that they cannot do without them. So they are showing them what they can do without them. You listen to that part, I'm sure you might not understand it properly, because even myself, when I listen to it, I even forgot I have that news on my channel about when the foreign minister was in the UN and he talks about 28 minutes. That particular part that you just listened to is about Algeria. Yes, Algeria had problem with, as you know, or some of you know, with Mali. This has been going on for some time now, and according to the foreign minister, they are keen. They have signed agreement with him. He said, let me play a bit because I went back to look for it in case I forget something. Please listen to that part and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Like that of your celebrated predecessors, including late President Abdel Aziz Bouteflika, affectuously nicknamed Abdelkader Mali. After his establishment in Gao and the commitment made by Malian authorities through the following actions: offering Malian territory as a rear base for the Mujahideen, thus opening up a southern front, taking part in armed battles against the French colonizers, deploying Malian combatants alongside Mujahideen on the Algerian territory to defend the freedom and dignity of Algerians, defending the Algerian cause and all diplomatic institutions until they recovered their independence. However, it is our duty to call to your noble attention the incongruous remarks made by two of your colleagues, which go against your wish to promote harmonious relations with your neighbors, including Mali. On July 31st, 2024, the Algerian Minister of Foreign Affairs declared that the Malian crisis did not need a military solution. He said this is a conflict between brothers. The solution must be political. With regard to the Algiers Accord, he stated that it was beneficial to Mali and had protected the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Mali. Deviating from this accord, therefore, would have a negative impact on all of its achievements, he said. In addition, on August 26, 2024, your permanent representative to the UN declared, I quote, "This morning I learned from media reports that a drone carried out a strike in the north of Mali, killing about 20 civilians. Those who were operating this drone can be held accountable to no one." End quote. If you look at those first remarks, you can see major interference in the internal affairs of Mali. The nature of the solution used by the Malian authorities concerns only the Malians themselves. Since the demise of the Algiers Agreement on January 25th, 2024, Malians have only one wish regarding its fate, that it rest in peace. Distinguished Minister of Foreign Affairs, the accord is dead and gone, and you will not be able. Here I would like to reiterate that no one loves Mali more than Malians. I also remind you that Mali and its people are not just spectators in the face of attacks and adversity. For every bullet fired against us, we will reciprocate. For every word employed against us, we will reciprocate. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yes, that was what he was talking about. They thought they are neighbors, they are brothers and sisters because, I mean, history tells us we are all the same people. But then, when their embassy or diplomat was turning his back against them, they were not really happy. And it was just like what is going on today. There was a lot of reactions over it. You know, for them, they share border. So if they are protecting their border and you think that they are spy on you or whatever, they were not happy. They said they would do anything to protect themselves. So that's what you heard there. Please listen to more and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Mali on the international stage in 2024 also means our country's participation in other major international events, such as COP29 in Azerbaijan last November, COP16 on biodiversity in Cali, Colombia, at the end of October, and the COP16 on desertification in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the beginning of December. In 2013, the United Nations mission in Mali, MINUSMA, came to an end after a long process of withdrawal that began in late 2000.
Thank you, families. The video is already long, so I will leave you here. Thank you. Please leave comment. What do you think? To me, they have achieved a lot because these are three countries that even pictures, some countries do not want to take pictures with them, photos with them. They hide from them. They don't want to see them. They don't want to see others seeing them, talking to them, because it's like military coup can be infectious or something like that. Yes, but for them to achieve what they have achieved, it is great. And I'm happy for them. It's great they are sharing this for us to know. So now we will move to 2025 and see the outcome because they are working hard to make things possible. And we pray that it will be possible by the grace of God because it's not only by prayer, it's also by working. And they are working because we know they are doing it. I will leave you here, families. Credit to ORTM for sharing this with us. I will be back with another news from Niger. Great one. Yes. Thank you, family. See you soon. My VIPs, my kings and queens, my returning families. If this is your first time and you are passing by, like the video, share it, and also subscribe and join this family. Thank you. I will see you soon. Bye bye. Three times I will say so. It means I will say so. Bye, family.